Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Talk Anime News. We are back, my friends. We are back, and with our brand new format. So
Yes, we are back.
let's get this started. Yeah, this is gonna be the first episode of us doing news weekly. I'm super pumped for this.
Yep,
Super
channel.
excited for this.
I'm
Um,
super excited, bitches.
Jesus Christ.
Awesome.
um,
Let's do this.
Oh god! Before we get into the news, though, here, guys, we've got our Attack on Titan Wall Scroll giveaway still going on, my friends. It's still out there. You still have a chance to win this amazing signed English dubcast Attack on Titan Wall Scroll. It's got almost the entire main cast on it, minus like one to like three-ish people, and a lot of the sub mains and minor characters as well on it. It's definitely something you honestly like what it would take to get it yourself, like besides purchasing just a blank wall scrolls, you probably have to go to like I don't know what, like 30 different conventions like we did to get this thing signed.
I don't know about 30, but
it, okay,
it
maybe
definitely
not
took
30,
years.
but yeah, it was probably at least 20 though, to be completely honest.
Hotel
Yeah,
rooms,
Yes, yes.
badges, and gas money.
Yep. So this is something you can't get anywhere else. Definitely try to take advantage of that giveaway while you can. Once we hit 1,200 subscribers, it's gone. We're giving it away to somebody. Plus donating $300 to a charity of your choice out of the 10 that we've listed. Um, so definitely check that video out about some more details. But basically all you have to do is subscribe, comment on the video, and you're entered. That simple. Other than that, though, check out our buddy Blake Shepard. He is designing a TV show slash web series. I don't know exactly how he's going to release it yet, but show's going to be called Robot Girl. He has a Patreon for it with a bevy of reward tiers. You get some fantastic stuff. Christian and I have gotten some art from the show for it being a Patreon. It's definitely worth it.
And so have I.
Yes, I mentioned that. Definitely check that out. It's going to be coming out sometime in the near future. Other than that, check us out on Twitter for all the updates that you could possibly want from us. And definitely check out our live streams slash gaming videos. I
yeah,
know.
a lot of new, interesting people that we've met over the time of gaming.
Yes.
A lot
Mike has like a whole group of people that plays Friday the 13th with him now. Justin and I were going strong on the Dank meme stream. It's coming
Mhm.
back on this Thursday, my friends. This Thursday and every Thursday, you can get some Dank meme stream, the number one stream on the Ohio Guys channel.
It
Any
is wonderful.
Other than that, though, check out our voice actor interviews. This week is a little weird. Mike streamed on Monday, so we're uploading it tomorrow on Wednesday, September the 6th. So definitely be on the lookout for the next interview. I'm not sure which one he's going to put up. It's just as much as a surprise to you guys as it is to me. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing which one we get up there. But
Yeah,
anyways,
yeah. He just sucks his thumb, points it in the air. It's like, I'm gonna go with that one.
pretty much. Oh god. But anyways, let's hop right into the news this week. Sentai Filmworks started a gun phone. Cannot speak. Somebody else
Gofundme,
speak.
baby.
Yes. Sentai Filmworks. Okay, somebody else read this. Jesus Christ, I can't talk.
So I'll take
Jared,
off for this one.
Jared, did you?
No,
Did you
I got
have?
it.
Oh no. Did you have any drinking, Jared?
Just water, my friend.
Bullshit.
Okay. Okay, friends. So Sentai Filmworks has started a GoFundMe page for the relief against Hurricane Harvey that hit, the south part of the country last week. So that people had their houses, devastated by the hurricane. Most of them were either homeless at this point or they're trying to recover from the damages caused by the floodings. So if you guys could just donate, whatever the amount you guys could give to help out the people down in Houston,
Well, it's
That's
actually
the
for Sentai Filmworks employees.
yeah employees. That's what I meant. Well, I was getting to that employees because it's just something for anime fans who want to see their favorite companies down
Well,
Texas.
well, the studio itself was fine, but the actors and actresses that work for Sentai, they're the
And
ones that really.
technicians or
Yep.
directors, any other staff that you would possibly need at a dubbing and distribution company. Yeah, I mean, there's tons of employees I'm sure were affected by this disaster down there. They definitely need some help.
Oh yeah,
And if
because
you're looking for a good thing to donate towards helping towards this relief, I mean, if you're an anime fan, this is a win-win. You're donating to one of the better anime companies out there, and you're helping people that are actually in need.
Hmm.
yeah, because let's just say you only see so much in the media with the hurricane, but I'd have to say if you look through the social media, especially some of the guests or actors that we know and are friends with, it really is bad there.
Right.
It really is. Because hell, for example, John Swayze, he literally just got back into Houston, like within the last 48 hours. And granted, he didn't lose his house, but still, he definitely had some major damage to it. No doubt about it.
Right. Yeah,
It,
definitely check that GoFundMe out there. I mean, if you don't want to donate to that one, Funimation is doing just a general donation one as well. Plus, there's many other charities that you can donate to help Houston and the surrounding area. But anyways, guys, No Game, No Life, Zero. They debuted a dubbed trailer.
yummy. Awesome.
Oh my god, it was so good. It was so good.
Was it delightful?
It was wonderful.
Delightful.
It was
What,
really good though.
would you punch
They
a coworker to get front seats?
yes, in a heartbeat. Um, the film is going to debut at the I forget what the anime footage festival in LA is called, but it's going to be debuting there on October 5th. That the trailer got me a little hyped. They still haven't released what theaters across the country are going to be screening it as well, so still looking for that. But as of right now, I know we talked about it in our last episode, but the movie has surpassed 500 million yen, about 4.6 million US now, and I want to say last week it was at like 2 something. I don't remember the exact numbers. I almost want to say it was like 2.7 million.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, like it's making a shit ton of money. I mean, it's no like Girls Zoom Panzer film, which has earned like quadruple or that, but for like a No Game No Life movie, that's damn impressive.
Hell yeah.
So, like I say every time, keeping fingers crossed for a second season of that.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it because I know through usually if you go through Sentai or like their shopping site, you can have it sorted by best selling, and usually No Game No Life is up there.
Oh yeah, it's like one of their best-selling shows like consistently. So it would
Hmm.
not surprise me. I know that doesn't really affect like the Japanese market sales, but this 500 million yen, that's what you need to look at when there's like the maybe talks of a second season. Because I know there's been movies for shows in the past where they came out the movie, it didn't do so well, so they canceled an entire season. Heaven's Lost Property. Oh,
No.
something in my throat there. But yeah, like the movie doesn't do well, so they cancel a whole season over it. Fans get upset, they cry, they whine, they get depressed. I'm literally just describing how I felt at that time in my life. Um, they get angry, all sorts of mixed emotions, but it seems like this is doing well, so there's
do,
still hope for that second season.
do they get broken?
A little bit, my friend, a little bit.
Yep, and the alcohol recovers the pieces.
Yes, many years of it, and possible liver transplant. Um, anyways, so yes, not saying there is going to be a second season, but I mean, you look at the numbers wise, it makes sense for them to make a second season. It's going to make them money, and that's what it really comes down to. But besides the No Game No Life promo, now this show isn't licensed by Sentai yet, but the second season of Umaru-chan got another promo video. And let's be
Yay!
honest, it's only a matter of like days or weeks before they announce that this is going to be their licensed product. It's going to be streaming on High Dive or Anime Strike, one of the two, probably Strike. But
I don't know though, because High Dive brings out a lot of the newer dubs too, so it's very possible that High Dive could do it too.
this won't be a dub though.
Uh,
Yeah,
but we
it's
need.
I know. We'll get more. We'll get more
But
cola.
I want more cola potato chips.
But the promotional video for that looked really good. I mean, if it's anything like the first season, it's going to be absolutely hilarious, and 100% looking forward to that.
And wonderful.
Yes. Good God. Hozuki no Retsutu. Fuck, I just butchered that so horribly.
Here, let me look at that real quick. It's usually me and Mike that has to do this shit. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not phonetic.
Okay, Hozuki no Raitetsu.
Okay, that sounds fantastic.
You're
First,
welcome.
Yeah, I didn't even realize this show was getting a second season. Me personally, I'm super pumped for this. I watched the first season while it was streaming in Japan like 2 years ago. Unfortunately, it didn't get a dub from Sentai. They do own the rights to the first season, but it's about like life in hell, and you basically are following around like this demon who's like in charge of, is like a manager, essentially, and it is absolutely fantastic. It's based on Japanese hell, and it's hilarious.
So basically, so
Well,
how do you get managed? How do you get managed? Like seriously, just like, oh no, no more. You can't. You can only do this much violence per day or per millennium.
it's really funny. Like the synopsis of it is the series is set in hell, which naturally is full of the dead. Among them is the protagonist Hazuki, the first aide of the judge of the afterlife, and he's busy with the dead, hell's tormenting devils, and inspecting the world.
Oh, yeah,
it's really funny. Like it's
yeah.
got a little dark humor in there. Hazuki's character's very serious, but there's just all these different shenanigans that are happening in the show. It is great. I'm super excited for this.
Yeah,
And
they can
it's
inspect
coming
my
out.
world.
Good God. Done with you. And it's coming out this October as well. I'm super excited for the fall shows. There's some really good shows. Like, this is going to be 3 seasons in a row where there's just some really damn good shows. But speaking of damn good shows, I know neither of you have probably been watching this, but Made in Abyss.
Nah, I haven't. I've heard of it, though.
It is real good. Real good. And the final episode is actually going to be a 1-hour special, which is 100% needed for the show. Because as I've been watching it, I'm like, okay, we're on to like episode 9 now. And if this is only going to be like a 12 or 13 episode show, they've got to do something to wrap it up. And it's actually going to be, where is it here? I believe 13 episodes, with the last episode being an entire hour. And
Ooh.
it's really good, man. There's some really surprising like dark elements to it. And I'm expecting there to be some crazy shit to go down in the next couple episodes. I'm still, I think I'm behind by 1 episode on it right now. But, I mean, if you look at the artwork there, you wouldn't really think much about the show. But it's honestly probably my favorite show this season, besides My Hero Academia continuing.
Yeah, I usually never judge a show based on their artwork.
Right. I know some people do though, because like the character design is really odd on this one, and it's literally about like I think she's like 12 years old or 10 years old or something.
Okay.
Yeah, and like it's a little robot boy too, so it's definitely different, but it's really good.
But at the same time, a little different is good for the anime industry because let's be honest, how many times can you explain a story about a high schooler or a teenager?
Oh,
Let's
I
be
know.
honest.
Like this is what I live for is finding shows like this that are like break that cookie cutter mold.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. And this show, the visuals are so good. There is nothing like 3D animated about this. It all looks completely hand drawn, even if it was done on a computer. Like you
Ooh,
know
hand
how like
drawn.
a lot of shows have that like 3D look every now and again. This does
You could,
not have that.
yeah. Basically, you could easily tell if it was hand drawn done by a computer.
Right. And
And now, granted, if it is hand drawn, man, props to the animators, everything, because that just the amount of time and effort to do the show would be a lot longer. But you could definitely tell they put the heart into it too.
oh yeah,
So
definitely. Um, but I'm super excited this is getting a 1 hour special for the last episode, and I can't wait for it to wrap up. It's such a good show, and I guarantee you Sentai's gonna dub this one. Calling it right now, 100% guarantee they dub this one. It's that good.
it's possible. You never know. I don't know. To me, based on the different art style and everything, I yeah, I could. Sentai has a chance, but for some reason, I can't shake the feeling California would grab it.
Sentai already owns the show.
Oh, they already own it.
That, that
Okay,
that's why I was saying.
yeah,
No, they own the show.
yeah. I'm
So they're gonna dub
I
this one. It's one of the highest rated shows this summer too. They're gonna dub it. But anyways, in kind of like a little shocking news that just hit yesterday, Bandai Visual acquires the Girls und Panzer anime studio, Akatas.
mm, I don't know what to think on that one.
Comments, concerns. um,
Yeah, well,
Girls und Panzer is massive. Like
yeah,
this is like a big deal.
yeah. Because the thing is that since Bandai Visual has now acquired that studio, will they give the dub to Sentai in the future, or or the light bad?
Well, I don't know, especially since there's excuse me. There's a 6-part theatrical event going on um, over the next X amount of months. So there's that going on, and there's that, and I mean there was the movie that did really well. Sentai already got to release that, or is releasing it. I don't remember if it's out actually on physical disc right now. I forget which month that they're releasing it, but they already had it in theaters here in the U.S. But it's definitely interesting. And one of Sentai's current shows that's currently streaming, Princess Principal, that was one of the shows as well that studio's done. So they've had a pretty good relationship with Sentai to this point. So I'm not quite sure how this will affect them down the road potentially.
Well, hopefully it goes fine because I like it when companies get along and work together. I like it
Right. And
to
so
an
do I.
extent.
Like I mean, if you notice, like there's a lot of certain different companies from Japan that produce anime that work with the different U.S. companies. Like it's pretty straightforward which companies work with which U.S. distributors for the most part. I mean, it's not always 100%, but it's pretty accurate. And I don't know what Bandai really does with theirs.
Um, I'm not sure, but I thought Bandai usually they do a mixture of California and Sentai, I believe.
Potentially, I'd have to look a little bit more into it, but I'm not entirely sure. But it's definitely something worth keeping an eye on. Um,
I don't know, but they also may give licensing to Funimation too.
yeah,
I don't know.
they might not play favorites with anybody, but I would still bet on Sentai at least finishing up any project with Girls und Panzer down the road. I mean, it's proved to be a good relationship with them. So
Yeah, and it would make sense because everyone is comfortable and more familiar with the productions of
right.
Carlos and Panzer from Sentai. So,
And honestly, it could even benefit Sentai more than it might not too. Like to like look at it like the glass half full rather half empty. It's giving more notice towards Sentai from this other company that's been working with them now that they're being bought out by Bandai. Like there's more of a voice where like, hey, we've been working with this US distributor. Maybe they get more shows.
true.
That's always something too. But definitely something worth taking or keeping an eye on down the road. Um, Christian, I know you were a little excited about this. Crunchyroll is going to be planning to dub anime in foreign languages, including Spanish.
Yep. And
Sweet.
yep. And if those of you who've heard our past podcasts, I've mentioned, I speak Spanish. That's another language I speak. So it's example for me and some Spanish-speaking people to watch anime in Spanish. Just to have a bit more of a twist to it. It's like having like a steak with a different sauce. So Spanish would be our hot sauce, and English is our it's our butter. So that's the best way for me to describe it. Same thing, but just something like just different sauce on it.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a similar flavor but different.
So what Christian's saying, he likes it saucy.
I
Well, we're
do.
all saucy.
They're not just going to be dubbing in Spanish either. They're doing Brazilian Portuguese, German, and French as well.
Ooh, gotta have my German.
Which I think that's awesome. It's going to start out with Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches and Raka, Brave of the Six Flowers. So that's really cool. I'm curious to see how those turn out and how well they're received in other countries, because that's definitely awesome that Crunchyroll is going to be doing that.
Yeah, and it also, in our case, it would give us more of a way to see not just us in particular, but the American audience to see, hey, how does the dub sound in these languages?
Oh,
Because
exactly.
sometimes they may sound really good here, but it could sound really terrible elsewhere, or vice versa. You never know.
Right. And it's always nice to have like a show in your native language.
That's true.
But that definitely awesome by Crunchyroll. Like A plus from us here. Really cool of you guys to do that. Um, but also with Crunchyroll, they announced one of the shows they're going to be streaming this fall. They've a few shows have trickled in that are going to be streaming this fall with the different companies, but it's been pretty low key for now. But Crunchyroll is going to be streaming Monster Strike, the Fading Cosmos anime series, which is going to start on October 7th.
Hmm.
Which
Nice.
there's been some other Monster Strike stuff that they've streamed. They did Monster Strike the first season and the second season. So, and they're streaming the movie too. So, definitely a series if you're a fan of. I mean, you're going to be excited that they're going to be streaming that this fall. So, definitely keep an eye out for that. And that's coming out on October 7th. Funimation actually announced one of their simuldubs already, which is pretty unusual for them to do it this early. I mean, it's still like a month away. But they,
Well, I'd say maybe they may have more later on, and
oh no,
maybe they
they'll definitely
just.
have more later on. They just usually don't announce them this far in advance. But they're going to be simuldubbing Black Clover,
Ooh, all right.
which it sounds interesting to me. I mean, synopsis reads: In a world where magic is everything, Asta and Yuna are both found abandoned at a church on the same day. While Yuna is gifted with exceptional magical powers, Asta is the only one in this world without any. At age 15, both receive grimoires, magic books that amplify their holder's magic. Asta's is a rare grimoire of anti-magic that negates and repels his opponent's spells. Being opposite but good rivals, Yuna and Asta are ready for the hardest challenges to achieve their common dream, to be the Wizard King. giving up is never an option. So it sounds interesting. I mean, it sounds.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely got its cookie cutter elements with the synopsis, but you can never tell a show from its synopsis.
True.
It's definitely something worth checking out this season, especially if you're a Funimation subscriber. Definitely keep an eye out for that one for the dub. I'm assuming that it's probably going to end up on Crunchyroll, so that's most likely where I'm going to end up watching it. But I'm going to keep an eye on that one, make a mental check, and come back to that one here in October in a month, hopefully. We'll see. When I finally build like a spreadsheet of everything I'm trying to watch, because the spring season was so overwhelming for me watching 19 shows. I had to cut back this summer, and I'm probably going to cut back this fall too. Also, Funimation announced the dubcast for Myriad Colors, Phantom World anime. Yeah.
All right. What do we get?
Well, it's going to be directed by Jerry Jewell.
Ooh, that's good.
So you know it's going to be pretty decent, if not like really good. We're getting Micah Selasau, Amberly Connors, Natalie Hoover, Jeannie Torado, Tia Ballard, Jade Saxton, Carly Mosier, Lindsay Seidel, and Apayu.
Afia Yu or
Yeah. Afia
That's a pretty solid cast, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. I really don't have any complaints at all here.
Nah, I can't.
That's going to be coming out on November 21st on Blu-ray and DVD combo pack.
Yep, so if you guys like it, check it out or buy it.
Yeah.
Preferably buy it.
Oh, definitely buy it. Like 100% buy it, or I'm sure it's going to be on their network. Check it out. If you like it, buy it.
Yeah, don't pirate it. Otherwise, you're not very nice, and the companies will not like you.
Yes. And also, fuck you.
Yes.
Don't pirate it. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. I know it's easy to do. Just don't do it.
Yeah, otherwise me and Jared will be good cop, bad cop on you.
Yes. Anyways, there's going to be a Strike Witches 10th anniversary project next year.
Ooh, nice. What did they get?
That's it. That's all we know. Such a tease, I know.
Come on, I want the candy bar, not the Hershey Kiss, fuckers.
You didn't even get that. You got like one M&M. Just enough to make you wish you had more.
Basically. Yeah.
But I'm excited for that, especially after I attempted to watch Brave Witches and not good. Not good. So hopefully we get some of that magic back with this Strike Witches project. Maybe a movie, maybe a game, an OVA, something.
Yeah, I would say the way they ended Brave Witches, I think it could have gone better. But if it is the way the stories are set up and everything, I'm predicting they could make both units work together. And
that's what I'm guessing it'll probably be. Let's be honest. That's most likely what it will be.
And if that's the case, then I think that could become a really good season to watch.
Oh no, it definitely could at that point. I just was not a fan of Brave Witches. It just felt so boring and kind of just forced in a sense. It just felt like it just didn't feel like Strike Witches, you know? And that's what I really wanted. It just felt like they were just hit like reset and just made something that just wasn't nearly as good. I don't even know how to describe that show. I don't even know what it was missing. It was just like missing like that spark, you know?
Yeah, I don't know, but it also, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to explain.
It really is with it. It was just missing something, like, and I don't know what that was, but it was just missing it. I don't have any better way to describe it.
You know what it might be is that it could be what made it particularly unique or different from from Strike Witches, because it seemed like there was a rehash almost.
Yeah, I definitely
Now,
see that.
now the granted the rehash, granted, Strike Witches is a decent show. I like it, but when you do another show just like it, it doesn't feel, you know,
Yeah,
doesn't feel
it
right.
felt like so for anybody that's watched Strike Witches, you already know what it's about. Um, and Brave Witches just felt like it was trying to copy it, but it just didn't live up to that expectation either. Like it's really hard for a sequel or like shouldn't say sequel, a spin-off to come out like 8 years later down the road and just not even come close to living up to the original. Um, I guess maybe the best way to put it is kind of like with Soul Eater and Soul Eater Not, that kind of aspect. If anybody's watched those shows, um,
I've seen Soul Eater, but I have not seen Soul Eater not.
it's not as good, pun intended. It's like, and it's not bad, but it's just like it's hard to live up to like what it's up against. Like it's really hard for a spin-off show to be better than the original. Like and that's like kind of the mindset when you go into the show that you need to have, which I just didn't have for Brave Witches. But I don't know. Hopefully this project that they're going to announce down the road turns out to be something good. I think all three of us could probably agree that's most likely going to be something including Strike Witches and Brave Witches, which I wouldn't be opposed to.
True. I would be totally up for that.
Me too. Anyways, more announcements. The fall season is slowly but surely coming together. Love Live Sunshine Season 2 is going to be premiering on October 7th.
Yay!
I know people love that show. Personally, it's not for me, but there's more of it, man. That stuff's live or live is never gonna end. I swear, it's just gonna keep going and going and going.
Jared, you need to go serve more butter.
Oh my god. Yikes. Um, another show that we've talked about a few times, or at least I've talked about a few times, that I'm semi excited for. I don't know if I'm excited for it yet or not. Kano Hana Kitten, uh, cat girl show. Anybody knows I stream cat girls all the time. Um, that's going to be coming out on October 4th. So definitely looking forward to see which streaming company picks that one up and gets to distribute it, to see where I get to watch that one. But anyways, Christian, more Fate stuff.
Yes.
I'll let you
It's,
take away on this one, my friend.
so we have another game. This one is called Fate Extella. So again, another spin-off as most of the Fate series are. So this one was revealed back in August 30th. So this game is going to be available for the PS4 and the PS Vita with Nintendo Switch and PC. And then, so it's coming out sometime this year. Also, they're going to do yet another anime series with Fate Extra, that's Encore. So again, another game and yet another anime series. So we're getting tons of Fate, like just truckloads at this point.
Dude, every single week we have more Fate news. It's fantastic. I absolutely love it.
I will say this: like, as long as any of these spin-offs get like dubs, I'd be happy. And I know some of the voice actors who really play these characters would be more happy. I know KG Tang, he's the one who, who's the most excited. Like, he's always posting something about Fate stuff because he loves playing Archer. Like, he just wants more Archer until, like, there's nothing else to give. So, yeah, keep an eye out for that, even for Fate Grand Orders. So the game already reached 1 million downloads just for Fate Grand Order.
In the U.S., the English
In the
version. That's
US.
not including the Japanese version.
No, it's got to be more than that in the Japanese.
9 million times total in
Yeah.
Japan. That's insane.
No, that is, man. Like, it's a great series.
Oh, it's wonderful.
You didn't say it right.
Wonderful.
Yes. Yes.
But it's anybody who's listened to this podcast at any length, they know that Christian and I are like huge Fate fanboys, so we're always excited about any news that comes out for it.
hmm
Um,
I'm gonna get more art books for this stuff, man.
all of the Fate stuff, all of it. Anyways, Citrus, new anime show coming out. Not this fall. It's going to be coming out in January. Got its first promo video, and you got to see a little bit about the cast and some artwork on it. Seems like an interesting show, I should say. If you guys
You
are
mean-
looking at the artwork.
Yes, I can tell.
Okay. I'm looking at the artwork, and here's what I'm guessing. The one on the left is like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm fat, and then the one on the right is like, does this skirt make me look fat?
No, that's not what's going on.
No, no.
Okay, I'll just read the synopsis about the show. Jesus.
I know, I'm just messing around.
Yuzuko is a high school girl whose main interests are fashion, friends, and having fun. Is about to get a reality check. Due to her mom's remarriage, Yuzu has transferred to a new all-girls school that is extremely strict. Her real education is about to begin. From day one, happy-go-lucky Yuzu makes enemies, namely the beautiful yet stern student council president, Mei. So what happens when a dejected Yuzu returns home and discovers the shock of her life, that Mei is actually her new stepsister who has come to live with her? Even more surprising, when Mei catches Yuzu off guard and kisses her out of the blue, what does it all mean?
What does it mean? What does it mean?
This is like starting to become a fairly popular trend in Japanese anime with this similar type of a plot line. Because I think we have like 2 or 3 shows similar to that streaming this summer. There's, what's it called? Netsuku Trap. And then Alice and Alice, I believe.
Really?
Maybe not that one. That one might be a different
sorry.
show.
Did you say trap?
Yes, not that kind of a trap.
I was worried.
No. They're both girls. But no, there's been other shows in the recent years that have been discussing this topic.
You gotta think about the children, the poor children.
No.
Are you sure? Because most of the time nowadays, elementary school kids, they be swearing like sailors in the store now these days. It's crazy.
That too.
Yikes.
So they're already jaded, unfortunately.
True that. Probably like my most anticipated show for this fall so far, besides like Umaru-chan coming back, King's Game. For anybody who doesn't know about this one, it's going to be a horror survival-esque game, kind of like, or not game, it's based on a game, or based on a, yeah, I believe it's a game. It's like the students have to complete certain tasks to keep from dying, that sort of a thing. But the ending theme song got revealed for it, along with a little bit more of a promotional video that both of you should go watch. It looks really good. Like, this show looks like it's going to be fantastic. I'm super excited for it.
Wait a minute. You said they have to obey commands, otherwise they die?
Eventually, that's what it leads up to. But they have to do certain different tasks.
Yeah, I think I've seen a trailer for that. Doesn't it get like...
Oh, it's going to get fucked.
Oh, I think I have seen the trailer like this. Yeah, it does get really gory.
Oh, yeah, shit's going to be crazy.
It's going to be amazing.
Hopefully it's good. Like I really want this to be good.
Yeah,
And
just make sure you have a strong stomach. Otherwise, I wouldn't recommend it.
right, it's honestly okay. Here's the best thing I could probably compare it to in anime form. It's gonna be similar. I think in the end, it's gonna be like a cross between another and Future Diary, similar to those.
Yeah, I could see it being like that.
A little bit more like Future Diary, I would say, compared to another, but kind of similar aspects.
Yeah.
Which that's what I'm kind of leaning to with both of those, how they're gonna look. But super excited for that show this fall. I
Yeah.
can't wait.
Gotta have my violence for the day.
Damn right. Um, in other news, Soul Press, away from the gore, Soul Press launched a Kickstarter to localize Sakura Sakura visual novel, which there is so many games in the Sakura series for visual novels. There's actually a sale on them on Humble Bundle right now. Any of you are interested? Um, it's a fantastic deal that's going on there. Or any viewer out there that's interested as well. It's a great deal if you're a friend of, or a fan of the Sakura visual novels. You can get almost the entire series for like $10, which is like I
Oh,
don't know,
nice.
like close to 15 games. I want to say 10 to 15.
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah, yeah,
10 bucks.
it's a hell of a deal, dude. Definitely check that out. But they launched the Kickstarter campaign to localize that. It's seeking to raise $24,000 US by September 19th. And I'm assuming it's going to get that. I mean, as of like when this was released, they had already raised 12,000, so they're already halfway there. And today is only September 5th. I mean, I'm assuming they're probably going to get there, but they're doing some pretty cool reward tiers with it for the physical copies of the game, if you're still into that. There's a digital copy for $30 reward tier, and the physical copy is available at $40. There's going to be collection edition at $80, which will have an art book,
Oh,
which will
nice.
be really awesome. The physical version will be DRM free and will be all ages, though backers will be able to switch to the 18 plus version in backer kit at no extra charge, which is awesome. Because if you're a
Whoa.
fan of any of these visual novels, like a lot of them, like especially all of them that are released on Steam, you can purchase, but they're the censored versions. So if you want the uncensored version, generally you have to pay for that along with it, which is more money you're putting into the game.
Yeah.
Which I think is probably how a lot of these companies make extra money, like which is needed for a visual novel company. Because let's be honest, they're not making a ton of money. It's not a huge market.
Yeah.
Um, so they kind of get their name out there on Steam, where they're able to have these censored versions, and then people can purchase the uncensored patches on their websites. But if you do this game like this, you can get the uncensored version, which is pretty cool if you're into that. Um, but definitely cool to check that out. Definitely if you're a fan of the Sakura series, donate to that Kickstarter. Get yourself a copy of that game, and while you're at it, hop over to Humble Bundle. We are not sponsored by Humble Bundle whatsoever. It's just a really good deal right now. You can pick up just about all the Sakura games. There's been, just to wrap up the news here, there's been two really good anime movies that have come out recently. A Silent Voice is a movie about bullying, where the protagonist is deaf.
Yeah, basically, where it comes down to it, don't be a dick in life, and if you are, just a reminder, karma can be a real bitch.
Right. Yeah, oh man, this
I've
movie
heard things.
this movie just feels like it just hits you right in the feels.
It's different. Like I don't think been any like anime movies like this ever. It's one that's really taking a super chance. At like going somewhere different.
Oh yeah, and I mean, this is a legit movie. It's won half a dozen Anime of the Year awards overseas already, and it's going to be coming to U.S. theaters this October.
Yeah.
Like,
I do believe Anitex picked it up if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. Honestly, if this hits a theater near me at all, I want to go watch it. It sounds amazing. It sounds like it's just gonna hit you right in the gut with the feels. You're probably gonna hate at least one or
Mhm.
two of the characters in it. It just
I
it's
hope it gets
it's gonna be
stubbed.
real good.
I hope it gets stubbed. That's what I'm hoping for.
Right.
Especially for a movie like this. I
Oh
really hope
yeah.
so.
It
Well,
sounds
also,
amazing.
do you know what how special this movie is? A bunch of theaters that were showing this were
Mhm.
actually putting like the what was it? They did something for deaf people who want to go see this movie. They I forgot what they did. Like they had some stuff that was for them so they can watch it.
Oh, that's
So I thought it was
awesome.
yeah, so I thought it was really nice.
That's
I
really
forgot
cool.
yeah, so a bunch of people who were deaf went to see the movie even though they can't hear it. Uh
Right.
they I think also the creators did something for them too. Again, this was news like a few months ago
Mhm.
when I was hearing about the buzz about this. Oh, this is a touchy movie that they're also doing something for the deaf audience too. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they like either had some like subtitles or I think maybe like there's some
Uh,
sign language program that was
Well,
that was built in for
I
them.
think there's like actual sign language in the movie too.
Yeah, I think
Like
yeah, I
like
think
little bits of it. Obviously, it's not the whole movie's not going to be done with it, but there is a good amount of it from what I've
mhm.
read about it. But it seems like a fantastic movie. It seems like the soundtrack for it is really good. Um, a lot of piano is what I'm reading,
ooh,
which yeah, definitely is like gonna hit those heartstrings in this
Yeah.
movie.
I,
Anytime the Japanese use the piano, you know it's gonna pull your heartstrings and make
Oh
you
yeah.
cry. You know it.
Um, and another movie that released in the U.S. A couple weeks ago. I didn't realize this even came out. I wish I would have known. I would have tried to see if it was playing anywhere. I'm sure it's not now. In this corner of the world is about the Hiroshima bombing. Oof, it's
Oh
got to be
yeah, that
good,
one
man.
too.
It's yeah, it's a coming of age story set in the 1940s Hiroshima. Um, Everything is hand drawn in this film, uh, and it's God, I bet it's fantastic. It's about Suzu Yuro as an artist and young wife that leaves home to move in with her husband's family in Hiroshima. When her small town Akira is bombed, she takes on the burden of rebuilding her and her loved ones' lives, foraging food and constructing shelters. Like, man, it just seems like I bet it's just
Depressing.
a yeah. No, I know that. I mean, it's not gonna be like Grave of the Fireflies, but it's like that like type of a movie. This
Yeah.
seems like it's gonna be a little bit more tender-hearted than that one, where that one was more like harsh reality.
hmm
But this this movie sounds fantastic too. I mean, this has been a good year for anime movies. If you're a fan,
hmm
it's been a lot of them. Definitely looking forward to both of these. As soon as In This Corner of the World gets a physical release, I'm picking it up. I think it's going to be excellent, and I'm going to be trying to find a silent voice in theaters around here somewhere when it comes out.
yeah. I wish I could get that kind of stuff because every great once in a while we'll get the movie here in Lansing, but not too
Right.
often.
And I don't even know if that's going to be around me anywhere. I mean, I live in a fairly decent sized city now, so it's a possibility.
True.
Um, but anyways, that's all we got this week, which is a lot for 1 week. Like this is typically like the amount of time we would spend on 2 weeks, and we spent it on 1 week.
Oh well.
A lot of good stuff. We've got the summer season ending, got the fall season shows starting soon. So a lot of news is going to be coming up between now and then in the next month. So
Yeah,
definitely
and
keep an ear out for all that. Other than that, yeah, that was our first episode of our weekly episode. If you first time listener, if you're listening to this, we are going to be doing news episodes weekly now instead of bi-weekly, just to try to keep up with all the news we get. We're also going to be doing every other Monday in place of where this one would typically be released on. We're going to be doing a podcast about some of our shows we're watching currently and our thoughts and criticisms, anything about them. So definitely keep an ear out for that one. I'm going to have a blast talking about the shows I've been watching because we've kind of had to cut it out of this podcast for a while now. So I got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Me too.
So definitely keep an ear out for that. The first episode of that is going to be dropping next week on September. It's we're supposed to post it on September 11th. Maybe we'll push that to September 12th.
Yeah, because most people will be on holiday on the 11th.
Yeah, we'll push that out probably to the 12th, but typically it'll be on Mondays. But like I said at the beginning of the video, definitely check out the Attack on Titan Wall Scroll giveaway. Do that. Give us a like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you think. Comment down below about anything we've talked about in the news. We'd love to hear your opinions on anything. Love having conversations with anybody out there. And definitely check out like our Twitter, all of our different gaming videos, our voice actor interviews. We've got a lot of content that's been coming out, and we're keeping it up, man. But anyways, that's about all we've got for this week, I think.
Yeah.
I'd say that's about it.
All right, guys. Well, until next time, we'll catch you later.
Yeah. See you next time. And eat some chili.
Yes.
Adios,
chili.
amigos.
I love chili.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, we'll catch you next time, guys.
Yep. Chili.